The brief was to select a product that I wanted to produce. From these choices, I have gone with the creation of a talk and radio show. The reason behind this is that I have never created a radio show before, but have done the production before, meaning the practical and so the production side will be new to me. For my primary research, the key components were to find out what my target audience was, but also how the radio works in general. Through this, I found out that specific radio stations just on BBC alone cater to separate audiences. I found this out through analysing lifestyle radio shows like BBC Radio 1 Breakfast Show. Through the conduction of my secondary research, I have found a number of different parts about radio as a whole. Examples are through the overall viewership of radio and the listeners market through tablet and mobile. Other ways this has been done is through platform sharing and how smart speakers have become a major part of the market for radio. The way I found out my target audience was by creating a questionnaire specifically for the ages of 14 to 28 years of age. From this I found out information like their hobbies, their likes and dislikes, and also the type of radio that they listen to. So from the research I found that the target audience's age range for Lifestyle Radio Show is, like I said before, between the ages of 14 and 28 years of age. This means that the ages will dictate the certain types of music through the show and also the type of audience interactions that I will do within my production. From this, the gender of my target audience was quite mixed. However, it was mostly male dominated with the spending power of them all being C1, C2 and D grade respectively, meaning they were either workers or students. Their psychographic group usually followed that of the mainstreamer, meaning that they would follow whatever was popular or buy whatever is the most popular at the time. After the questionnaire, I interviewed two members of my target audience, Ethan and Aidan. From this, I found out more about them on a personal level and delved further in the questions from the questionnaire that I did earlier. The outline of my product is to make sure that the production follows the codes and conventions that have been set out for me. This means having jingles throughout the production, and the music will follow a similar role of that in BBC Radio 1's shows, meaning the songs will be clean from any sort of bad language. Another way I will follow my production through is that of audience interaction, which will have a script set out for it and will be fully thought through with a meaning behind said audience interactions. As said for the product outline, I will have jingles and music that follows the target audience. These songs being the most popular during the time of recording of the show. However, there will also be older songs which will come through the production of the audience interactions. Examples are a 10-minute takeover, where the audience will choose the songs for the next 10 minutes, or a game of Who Am I, which consists of 3 questions, each easier than the other, until the artist, or possible artists, are revealed. From here, one of the songs from these people will be played. I will attract my audience by producing a radio show that follows the codes and conventions of radio, and especially lifestyle. However, I will also make sure that the production adheres to my target audience, meaning that the production of the show will be exciting and engaging for their age range, but also that the music follows the trend of the most popular at the time. I would distribute my product through a mainstream radio channel like BBC Radio or Radio X, or also Radio FM. The reason why I would distribute through these is so that the radio show would have the largest audience it could possibly have, with even further room to grow. For pre-production, I've produced a number of different items that will be key when it comes to the production of my product. An example of these is having a song list of what songs will be on the show and what initial order they will appear. I'll also have a running order that is the show from beginning to end, with the songs in their place, and also the features within the show. When it comes to features, I've also created a script with the features that will be in the show, with the questions and the answers towards these specific features.